So this is how you can make 10 to 50 million naira every 3 to 6 months buying, storing, and reselling simple agro products such as egusi, millet, sesame seed, soya beans in Nigeria. Now the good thing is that this business does not involve export and does not take up much of your time, as it's mostly your money just working for you. I recently started my agriculture business journey after years of traveling around Nigeria and visiting so many markets across Nigeria. So everything I'll be sharing with you is based on my experience of visiting this market, trying out the businesses and all of that. So it's a first-hand experience that I'm sharing with you on this channel. So this is not something that is based on something I read somewhere or something I watched somewhere or based on Google. No, it is based on me visiting the market, talking to the traders, talking to the farmers, trying to understand how the market works, trying out some of those things myself, and now sharing the information with you. It's a first-hand created information that you're actually getting, and if you pay clear attention, you'll be able to start up this same kind of business and hopefully be able to make money from this. And if you're just meeting, my name is David Onkwa, and this is my second channel where I'll be sharing with you my agricultural business journey as well as all agro-related businesses and content, with the hope that it will inspire you and educate you to be able to make informed decisions when it comes to any agro-related business. So at the beginning, I said you can make 10 to 50 million naira every 3 to 6 months running this business. But I know the question in your mind will be, how does this business work and can you truly make money with this business? So let's break it down. This business involves three main parts. The first part is to buy agro products during the harvest season when it's still in abundance and also when it is very cheap. The second part is to store the agro product within 3 to 6 months. And then the third part is to resell it back to the market when that agro produce has gone off season and the price have actually gone up. And this is where you actually make your money. Because of the poor agricultural infrastructure that we have in Nigeria and our farming method, agro produce are mostly seasonal and not all year round. But that shouldn't be. But again, that's another day's discussion. However, this is also what creates an opportunity for me and you to be able to make money through simple agro storage system. And this is what I'm sharing with you in this video. So now you understand the three parts of the business. I know your next question will be, where should I start from? And that is a good question. Now let's break it down to 5 simple steps for easy understanding. The first step is to identify the agro products that you want to buy, store, and resell. And in this part, it's important you pick an agro produce that has the ability to stay between 3 to 6 months, even up to 12 months without getting spoiled, because this is the most critical part of the business. And in this case study, let's pick groundnut and then we'll be breaking down the groundnut business. Our second step is to identify when is the season of groundnut and where can we source it cheaper and in bulk. So for the product that we have chosen, which is groundnut, the season for groundnut is between August and September. This is when you find groundnut in abundance and you can actually buy it cheap at that period and store them, and with hope that you can resell it. So now remember, everything I'm sharing with you in this video is based on practical experience. It is based on the market that we have visited and the experience that we've had and we are trying out in the market. So this is what I'm sharing with you. There are other places that you can actually source for product that we'll be sharing, but I will only be sharing things that I have tried out and market that I have visited, because I don't want to give you information that just gotten online, but information based on my own experience. So you can actually source your products from any other market that may be cheaper than this, but from the market that we have visited in our research, Katsina Ala in Benue State is one place you can actually source for groundnuts in bulk and also source it cheap. So now that we have identified the product we want to buy, store, and resell, and also identify the market where to buy them cheap, the next thing, of course, which is the third step, is where do we now store it so that we'll be able to resell it. When it comes to storage, the most important thing you have to look at is the market that you're looking to sell to. If the market you're looking to sell to, for instance, is in Lagos, it doesn't make sense for you to buy and store it in Benue and then take it to Lagos. It is better for you to buy it, take it to Lagos, store it, and sell it there. But in this example I'm sharing with you, and based on what we are trying out, the plan is to resell the product back to the market where we bought it from. So between August and September, you buy the groundnuts. After buying it, you actually store it within the market. The other interesting thing that I found during my research and visiting this market is that the storage system is actually very cheap. For instance, to store a 100 kg bag of groundnut cost around 1,000 naira as of the time that we visited and we are doing this video. You don't even have to pay this money upfront, assuming you don't have the money, because the people that you're storing with are actually holding your produce. And when the time comes for you to resell it back to the market, at that point you can actually resell, and then they will just deduct their own money that you have used in storage. I hope that makes sense. But if you have money to pay upfront, of course you can pay upfront. You can also pay half, but you can also negotiate with them to only pay at the point of resale. That is what really makes this business really interesting. With that, that brings us to the step 4, which is where and who do you resell to? As already mentioned, where you store your product is a function of where you want to sell, where the market you want to sell to. And like I've already explained in this example that I am giving, and based on what we've tried out, the plan has always been to sell the produce back to the market where we bought it from, which is why we have decided to store the product in where you bought it from. Now, once it's off season, people keep buying the same product. So at that point, you can actually now resell, because at that point, groundnut at that moment has actually gone up. And this is between period of 3 to 6 months to 12 months. The prices have really gone up. And at that point, you can resell. But our strategy is to always try to resell between 3 to 6 months. You can actually resell within that period. Okay, so most people will continue to buy this groundnut. So people will actually come all over Nigeria to this same market to buy. But at this point, remember, it is not the season of groundnut, so they are only buying groundnut that have been stored, and the price is definitely higher. So with that, how much can you truly make within a season of the product that you're choosing, in this case groundnut? Well, let's break it down clearly so you can have a better understanding. So in the last groundnut season, a 100 kg bag of groundnut was sold between 48,000 naira to 55,000 naira. So, and this all depends on the time that you're buying. As the month progresses, once the harvest have started, the prices start going up. So it's always better to buy very early as the harvest have just started. So between 48,000 naira and 55,000 naira, you buy a 100 kg bag of groundnut. During off season, that same 100 kg bag of groundnut was now sold between 60,000 naira and 70,000 naira. So you can see the difference from 48 to 55,000 naira to the off-season period, which is now between 60 and 70,000 naira. That means you are looking at a profit margin of between 5,000 naira to 22,000 naira per bag. So depending on how you work at the math. So between 5,000 and 22,000 naira is what you make per every 100 kg bag that you sell. But let's take an average and say you make 10,000 naira per every 100 kg bag of groundnut that you sell. That means if you have been able to buy and sell 500 bags for that groundnut season, that is giving you around 5 million naira for that season alone. Now remember, give and take, this could be higher and this could be lower, depending on the profit margin, and also depending on how many number of bag of the produce, in this case groundnut, you are able to buy and resell in that season. But you can see if you bought 500 bags and you sold for a profit margin of 10,000 naira, that means you're making about 5 million naira. So people buy even much higher than that. People buy like 10,000 bags, 1,000 bags, 3,000 bags, 500 bags, 100 bags. You can buy 50 bags depending on what you want to do. But of course, if you're starting up the business, it's always better to start small and then understand how the business works, and then you can expand. So basically, this is how you can actually make money from buying, storing, and reselling agro produce using groundnut as an example. So in this video, I've already told you the season of groundnut, and I've told you where you can get it. And like I said, the good part is when you start up those business, you don't necessarily have to be there. All you need to do is to buy, store, and then have people managing it. And then when you're ready to sell, you can go back and sell it yourself. But as over time, when you develop very good relationship with the people in the market, they can actually buy for you, store, and then resell for you, and then you get your money. But for a start, it's always better that you go do your legwork, do your due diligence, go there, observe the market, buy and sell. But in a nutshell, what I've explained to you is how this business work. what I've shared with you today is something that a lot of people are doing and they're making lots of money from it. I mean, of course, many people don't share this information. They don't tell you where they source the market. They don't tell you the season and all of that, and few other things that you need to understand. But what I've shared with you is basically most of the things that you need to know. So what I've shared with you could just be all that you needed to know in terms of building a great agro-produce empire. So go try out the information, but most importantly, share this video with someone, because this information could actually help someone to start up this kind of business. And if you need more clarification or you have questions, you can drop those questions on the comment section and I will do my best to answer it. And like I've said, this channel is focused only on agro related content, and that is what I'll be sharing with you based on my own personal experience trying out these businesses and visiting this market firsthand. So that is what we are sharing with you. All right, so you can also join our mailing list so we can share with you more information. Every single month we'll be sharing with you agro produce that in vogue. We'll be sharing with you price alerts. We'll be sharing with you other information that you need to know. So join the mailing list. Check the description of this video. Join the mailing list and we'll be sharing with you those information. Now, for those of you who will be interested in getting reliable contacts of people who sell in this market and all of that, we're also putting together a clear directory that you can actually buy, so you can have this contact and every other detailed information that you need to have. And also buying those directory will give you direct access to us, so we can be able to guide you and continue to advise you in your agriculture journey or business. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Do share this video, subscribe, and watch out for other content that will be dropping soon. And I'll see you guys on the very next content. Okay.